Put your tail between your legs.
Get your fat ass out of my face. Give me this.
The girls at Abby Lee Dance Company get a scholarship and perform at a big competition the very next day. How do they even do it? In episode 13 of season 2, the drama is picking up nicely. Abby has one grand opportunity cooking in the kitchen, and she shares it with the family. Here is how that went.
Come on, ladies, let's go. For these little girls, this is a chance of a lifetime. I don't want to see any of them blow it. This competition season has been extremely tough and extremely rewarding, but I think the kids are ready for whatever New York City has to offer.
So, they're already in New York in the middle of rehearsals. Emotions are high. The girls don't want to let Abby down, and as expected, Abby doesn't want to be let down as well. Now, Paige is at the receiving end of Abby's wrath.
Took a dance lesson at some point in their life. Do you understand that? Yes, there's a lot of kids that win competitions, a lot of kids that get crowns on their heads, and there's a handful that make it in the industry. Remember that. I want to talk about Michigan first. We are not going to win a group dance until everybody in this group.
Kelly is not having it with Abby. She insists that Abby always stabs Paige in the back, and she never pays attention to her. Speaking of, Brooke took a page from that book as well.
I think she can hold her own. I think she's fine in the group.
Next, Mackenzie. You can improv if you're early on the music in a solo. But when you do it in a trio and you don't tell the other two partners to do it ahead of time, you made them look like idiots because you were out there, woo, shaking it up. Understood?
So Brooke believes that Abby doesn't pay attention to her, and Kelly thinks the same thing about Abby with Paige. But is that really surprising with the great Abby Lee? Back to the pyramid, as one would expect, Maddie is at the top for the 5th week in a row. Surely that makes every other girl feel absolutely great.
You to look like ballerinas. I'm shocked at the way you're dressed. Here you are in New York City, going to a professional dance studio. You never know who's gonna be there. You never know who's gonna see you. You always wanna look your best. You're going to have pink tights on. You're going to have a leotard on. You're going to have your hair in a bun. So moms, you're gonna have to go out.
Even with the Joffrey auditions, Abby is giving out solos and has the grand idea to recreate a Broadway show about the girls serving jail time. Wild as that sounds, yes, Chloe gets a solo as well, even though she forgot her routine the last time.
The corrections, you're not going to improve. And that's the issue. Until they realize that, it's not gonna happen. Now, on with the pyramid.
Luckily, the pyramid found its way to Manhattan.
On the bottom of the pyramid is Paige. Did you correct the arms? Yes. Did you put the phone away? No.
She gets no credit for doing her back tuck or her press or...
She's excited about her new solo, as it's like she is being given a second chance to redeem herself. We can only hope that things do not go topsy-turvy like the last time. Oh well, away from New York all the way down to the center of Ohio, we get a very interesting shocker.
In addition to our rehearsals for this ballet audition, we are also going to be working, you heard that right. So, we will be attending Starbound competition in Paramus, New Jersey.
What an interesting turn of events. Kathy and her candy apples are competing at the Joffrey auditions for the scholarship into ballet school as well. The heat in the room just got even hotter. Kathy has something to say about Abby and her dance company as a whole.
Let me just say, each one of you is in jail. I had a brilliant idea to do kind of a take on an old number from the Broadway show Chicago. But I want to water it down for 9, 10, 11-year-olds. So they're like jailbirds. It's dark, it's a bit avant-garde.
Well, it looks like someone's got Abby all figured out already. Now, competition is tight and everybody is on edge. Back at Abby's, the girls are taking rehearsals seriously for the ballet auditions and Starbound competition the very next day.
For the last few weeks, so I'm challenging you once again to do a solo at Starbound. This might be the busiest week of your life.
Abby bit off more than could chew last week with trios and solos and group dances, and this week we're doing group dances and solos and the Joffrey audition. Can't we just focus on one thing?
I know that I'm putting the pressure on you, but you know what? There's a time for pressure, and it's right now.
Now, that's how you motivate 9 and 10-year-olds. You tell them that you do not need them to go in front of a crowd and be a joke. Also, with Abby's hope of getting the parents to keep their mouths shut, one can only imagine just how much tension is present. Fast forward to show day, pressure is way higher than expected. It does not get any better when Abby's crew meets Candy Apples in shock.
This is a cute outfit, and she's wearing it, and it's not giving her a problem. However, this would be more appropriate, even from the side.
To be honest with you, I'm not really sure what a New York City look is for a dancer. So if she has this vision, it's her responsibility to communicate that, because otherwise we can't prepare them for her.
Well, okay, that was not expected. After the first part of their assessment, the solo auditions, Kathy had things to get off her chest and say to Abby and her company. Here's what the Ice Queen of Apples had to say to the great Abby and her mom crew.
Space, because I'm not in the mood.
Hello, note to Melissa, like in Parenting 101, if your daughter forgets some ballet slippers, don't flip out and stress her out. It's a couple of $14.99 ballet slippers. Like, run down the street and get her a new pair.
Your kid is in there, and her brain is not in her head, because in the back of her head, she's thinking about, where's my bag? What if I lost my shoes?
What a woman! Now it's time for another phase of the auditions, the technique exam. As the girls were auditioning in the next room, the moms were having their own showdown right outside. Like one would expect, Kathy is using every opportunity she has to get back at Abby Lee and her crew.
Line! I want to see those points!
This episode is for jailbirds, and that's a little scary to think about. I think you just have to set aside the jailbirds part and focus more on the dance and really getting into it and acting.
Chloe, that's a Grand Plie second.
Contrary to what you may think, they are not done. Oh no, that was just the start of the auditions as well as their squabbling. The thought that Kathy single-handedly started this verbal throwdown is enough to hand her a medal for? Really?
My girls are nowhere near being ready for this. All right, girls, listen. Tomorrow is the Joffrey Ballet audition. There's gonna be other kids your age auditioning for the same Joffrey intensive. Everybody wants it, and everybody wants it bad, or they wouldn't be here. This is a big deal.
Completely putting aside the reason why they are here together in the first place, Kathy grew even more rabid. You definitely did not see this coming. It looks like Kathy really did not come for the auditions with any plans to mind her business. She is completely in all of the mom's business.
And I'm trapped in dance jail and I can't get out. I've never been so stressed out doing nothing in my life.
Like a whole week of that. It's stressful sitting there watching her, like, treat our kids like that.
I think she brings out the worst in us. Absolutely. The way I'm looking at the audition for tomorrow, I'm not expecting you to win it. This is a hard balance.
Would you look at that? Both parties needed a reminder to bring them back to why they are here. Now, after the auditions, the judges go ahead to call out the winners and give out medals. Everyone gets the shock of their lives with this one. Oh, you did not see this coming.
For the ballet audition, I mean, I've never done something this big before in my entire dance life. So it's every man for himself.
You got something for us? Yes? All right, take the floor.
Who would have thought? It is such a hard pill to swallow for Abby Lee and the moms on her crew. Nobody can believe it. Also, this is definitely not the motivation the girls need with Starbound competition happening tomorrow. Though Candy beat Abby with just 1 point, of course she's making it seem like she got first place. Like there hasn't been enough for one day, we get another shocker before they leave the auditions.
I wanted there to be a time where you let your body finish and move all the way through something before jumping into the next movement.
Can you go up on releve? Show me releve, right? Go really high up on the releve, okay? Those feet have more potential than what you're using right now.
Oh, the look on Paige's face. That was absolutely priceless. On to Starbound, the dance competition, and the girls do not want to let Abby Lee down. Maddie explicitly mentioned that before she started her solo on stage. There's no way to explain what happened next unless you see it yourself.
Creamy, yet it's her voice that you hear.
There's an audition going on right behind the door. Shush!
I'm not the one that's always drunk and can't take care of my kids.
I'm not drunk and I can take care of everybody.
But you've always got a drink in your hand. You embarrass yourself every time you open your mouth.
Pardon me one moment, please.
Oh, the deja vu tonight. Chloe forgot her lines in the past, and now it's Maddie. Star pupil Maddie. Kelly had something to say about this, as one would expect.
Ladies, we're having a ballet class in here.
Thank you.
If you don't respect me and you don't respect these girls, respect
Don't only talk to
the
me.
art
You
form.
need to talk to her as
You just
well.
got my focus, everybody. Please.
I was beyond mortified. And I was just so mad that I let Kathy get the best of me, and I behaved that way because I had no intentions of that.
The great Abby Lee burst into tears in the audience, and the moms were not having it. Abby was called out. They accused her of having a favorite star pupil and neglecting the rest of the girls. They were not finished. The moms also added that although all the girls had forgotten their moves in the middle of a performance at some point before, Abby has never seemed so bothered about it.
That's not a floppy foot. Point your toe.
I think this dance is a mess. They're working with this jail prop, and I think that a lot of the moves that she's having them do, it's not very technical. I think our girls have way more technique than what is put in this dance.
Open that attitude up. Your foot should be parallel to the ground.
Even with all this chaos happening in the background, first place overall best solo performance was given to Chloe. What a win, twice in a row despite being at the bottom of Abby's pyramid for forgetting her lines in the previous episode.
Sky asking why you should try when your body aches to surrender.
Kathy's number was very technical, very mature. Kendall looks like a little angel, and I really, really am excited. I love it.
It seems like Abby has had it up to here with the moms. One would think the great Abby Lee would sit down and take everything they handed to her, but no, not this time. She gets up and does the most shocking thing one can think of.
We start out small group open, ages 9 and 10, in 10th place with a score of 286. 892, heard them first, Abby Lee Dance Company.
Abby puts her two top students against one another in this shocking episode. Who came out as a victim and who was the bully in this one? Let's find out. In an instance more shocking than pigs flying or the sky being pink, Abby started the episode in a good mood, smiling at the moms as they made their way inside. Knowing the great Abby Lee, there is only one explanation for this.
This is cause for celebration. The Abby Lee Dance Company took back ownership. We beat crap out of the Krabby Apple. They were flawless.
And in first place, Bad Girl.
They danced together as one. Outstanding representatives of the ALDC. Didn't that feel good?
The girls beat Kathy and her candy apples at the last competition. That was a much needed win as everyone is happy with a lot of lighthearted jokes being thrown around.
Music, and I'm like, whoa, that's Chloe's solo music. So then it finally hits me that Abby is giving the two of them the exact same solo.
Cute. Yeah.
Why do I have the same? Why do we have the same dance?
It's fine.
I was just so confused because I'm not used to doing the same exact dance. Wait, why do we have the same song but it's different names?
So that we wouldn't catch on.
Now Abby is here with another turn of dramatic events with the two girls doing the exact same thing. From the moms, this move is not seen as the best, especially knowing that the girls have their individual core strengths and weaknesses. Christy thinks that Abby is trying to get back at her for often saying that Chloe gets less choreography than Maddie. Now, Abby has given them both Maddie's dance, a very unfair move. She goes on to explain why, a day to the competition.
So you obviously figured out that you're doing the same routine. When you go to an audition, aren't you all given the same combination? Yes. And that's really the main reason why I did this exercise. This week, I'm giving Maddie and Chloe the exact same solo. This is gonna prepare them for a career in the professional dance world. Sometimes, when you win.
So she's introducing 9-year-olds to the toxic world of professional dance. Isn't that something? On the side of the dance moms, Kelly and Christy have not been speaking to each other for about a week now after a fight at the last competition.
Upset. Stop lying. I'll have my attorney write you a letter and sue you.
I don't think friends treat friends that way.
Come on, let's go, let's go. Come on. Shake your leg, bring it in. This is cause for celebration.
What a heated conversation. Now Abby gives them both a task that requires them to work with one another to dye white ribbons into pink ones for the girls. The room is so silent, you can hear a pin drop.
All right, let's go.
Do we need instructions? I think we could figure it out.
Christy and Kelly in the same room together. I don't know how this is going to turn out.
I think it's great that Christy and Kelly were picked to go down because I think maybe that will kind of break the ice.
Talk or laugh or let go and it's not so intense.
I think it's, been a week? I think they want it to go away.
Well, what an awkward conversation. Fast forward to show day, and as expected, the pressure is real. All the moms are supporting their babies at the expense of the other girls, and it is quite the show to see.
South of the Old Potosi, east of the Caston Dam, west of Robbers Roost. There's a layout of land you best believe. There's no governor, no sheriff runs this town. Well, oh boy, my...
Oh, but Abby did not think so. After Asia's performance, she had a word with her backstage. Here is what she had to say after watching Asia.
Baby, I'm too hot to handle this.
Asia.
Okay, that was interesting. Looks like little Asia is growing tough skin. Back to the performance everyone is secretly waiting for, Chloe's and Maddie's.
It takes a moment to break a butterfly on a wheel. That's when you hear an angel cry.
Oh, the rivalry in the drama is sharp at the tip of one's tongue. If she were Maddie or Melissa, she'd be worried, huh? Well, here's how Maddie is feeling at the moment.
Voices inside me, I still hear them say, you can be anything, anything you dreamed of.
What a girl! After her performance, the funniest thing happened. Perhaps this is what you get when you introduce kids to the professional world of dance too soon.
Voices inside me, I still hear them say, you can be anything.
Well, well, well. When asked if she thinks her little experiment worked, all Abby has to say is that it is completely out of her hands right now. It's time for the group's performance, and we can only sit back and watch what drama unfolds from here.
I can't stop what's coming. I suppose that I try to run hide.
After all the outburst of emotion from their dance about the pink ribbon, you'd never guess what happens next with the moms, Christy and Kelly, specifically.
Every day that you are with me, that you are with me.
Now on to the most important part of the night. It's time for the awards to be given out, and everyone is tense. Here is how the award announcement went.
I think Kathy would be really happy with your performance today.
It's hard to see Kelly crying, thinking about the hard times she went through when her father had prostate cancer. And what really hit home to me is that people come and go so quickly in your life. And, you know, I love Kelly. She's like a sister, and even if you don't always like your sister.
Abby Lee won the group performance, making it 2 wins in a row for the company. Now the spotlight is on the girls as awards are given out for their individual solos. Second place went to Little Mackenzie, and this was the first place announcement.
And in first place, entry number 87 from Abby Lee Dance Company, Living with the Rhythm. Give them a round of applause.
I think this was a great day for the Abby Lee Dance Company.
What a win for Chloe. Oh, one could just imagine the look on Abby's face after this. One can hope that Maddie doesn't hate Chloe after all this. Abby definitely removed Maddie from her high horse, that's for sure.
I think it was probably a tight call. It doesn't mean that one dancer is better than the other.
And in first place, junior solo in the Junior Division Elite High Point Awards, entry number 19 from Abby Lee Dance Company, You Can.
I'm so happy for Chloe.
Oh, this one promises to be a roller coaster. Abby Lee puts the girls on for another competition, and this time, the Wicked Witch of the West will be there. Kathy and the Candy Apples will be present and is going to be doing a trio dance with her girls. Automatically, the great Abby Lee will be doing a trio as well.
We're gonna do a trio. Chloe, Kendall, and I was going to choose Maddie, but I think I'm going to use Nia. Sorry, Maddie, you obviously don't care about being featured. If you did, you would have raised your hand like that. I asked for a replacement for the dance concert. We are not going to lose.
My, oh my. Abby always has something to say about how Nia is great but not excellent like the others. What an amazing way to motivate a 12-year-old. Nia's mother never lets it slide though, as she lays emphasis on the fact that her daughter never gets private time with Abby since she never gets her to do any solos, duos, or trios. Perhaps this is Nia's big break.
I'm the only evil one. All right, Mom, you're dismissed. Girls, spread apart, let's go.
Guys, did you warm up? Good, and I see that we're starting into choreography, so that's awesome. I can't wait to compete against Abby this week.
We have a new lineup with some new faces. I am so excited to show off this team.
Okay, Abby. However, little does Abby know that Kathy and her apples do not plan to let Abby walk all over them again. She has a brand new team, and everything else is coming in hot.
Most amazing group dance. It's the Four Seasons. This by far is my most technically savvy team. I think between their talent and ability and Anthony's choreography that they are gonna pulverize Abby.
Back at the great Abby Lee's, Nia is not having a very good time. Abby is tense, knowing that she is up against her archenemy Kathy, and she is not holding back with the girls.
That was me and I was dancing it. 3-step turn, reach, in, here, double pay. That's what I would have done without anybody telling me what to do at 12 years old. And your mother's telling me how much you've improved.
Now Kelly pulled out of Abby Lee's with her kids, and everything really does not feel the same. It's 3 days to show day, and there is still a lot of work to do. There would be a group dance, a trio, and they would also be using props.
And what has Kelly done? She's left us short 2 months. Well, I can fix that. Everybody ready? We're going up against that crab and her rotten apples this week. Now, this is a brand new competition. Losing is not an option. I shouldn't worry. I just don't trust Kat. I don't trust her with these boys.
Abby Lee doesn't fall short on her promises, and if she promised us a replacement, we're getting a replacement. Peyton is back on the team, and with Peyton comes Peyton's mother, Leslie, as well.
He's an Abby Lee Dance Company member.
That's right. Yeah. She had
is
to
a
bring
member,
someone
Martin.
in, bring someone from the team.
Well, this is different. I'm happy that you guys are happy.
No, of course. We're really excited to be here with the team today. And if Brooke and Paige don't come back, do you think Peyton fits in this team? I mean, seriously.
Oh, you can just smell the drama coming with this new turnout. With Peyton's history of being a smart mouth and Abby believing Peyton is the best person to lead the team, it's going on quite dandy, I'd say. What a woman. Fast forward to show day, and it's time for the trio performance.
Okay.
That was your prop.
That's what I'm saying.
But you keep your hands off of the lady.
Why you? That's not yours.
Whose crap would it be?
What the hell wrong with you? Crazy?
I think it's hilarious because I don't have to hear him screaming my ear.
Please let me welcome to the stage Castaways, number 40.
Now, it's time for the group's performance, and emotions are high. Candy Apples are bringing their A game, and Abby Lee is ready to make applesauce out of them. After all the drama from the past few days, everyone survived. Now it's time for the awards, and one could just cut through the tension with a knife.
Now 9 to 11, duo, trio, power, top 10. 7th place goes to Spies Like Them, number 43B.
This is definitely not one of my prouder moments. I wish that the trio would have placed higher. I'm keeping my fingers crossed, though.
It's the one where Abby Lee Dance Company wins the Nationals. Amidst threats of getting thrown in jail, Abby Lee holds her own and takes home the trophy. Stick around to find out how it went down. Just in time for Nationals, the Abby Lee crew is back, and they are bringing it in hot.
And now it seems fitting that if I end up, it's where it might end. But we have a packed day. We have 5 routines. I need to run through 4 soloists right now. This is do or die. Lily, go up on the stage and just walk through it.
This is definitely Lily's most important performance of her life.
During dress rehearsals, we get an unexpected, uninvited guest. Kathy and her Candy Apples are here, and they are up to no good. She bursts in and chaos ensues.
I am allowed to have my opinion.
You're allowed to have But nobody wants your opinion. Nobody cares about your opinion. You're nothing.
Talk about gutter.
Go.
Gutter.
Go. Get out of here. Go.
Get used to that smack talk because you're going to have a lot of that in jail.
Go and feed your kid. Go.
Oh, good Lord, indeed. Now that Kathy understands how sensitive the jail matter is, it's a no-brainer that she will use that line anywhere with every chance she gets. One can only hope that Abby can put her head in the game and not be overrun by Kathy's words.
You know you never just do that.
Go get him.
Okay, that's what you want them to hear? Going into nationals, you're a soloist. That's the last thing you want them to hear.
I don't know what this has to do with you. It's nothing to do with you.
You know what? It has to do with me because I'm in this room and I'm sick and tired of hearing your mouth and than hearing this nonsense of a conversation when the girls have to warm up.
Well then, you can leave too. Don't.
Well, maybe we were wrong. Maybe Kathy's words did get to the great, untouchable Abby Lee. Now it's time for nationals, and the soloists are up. Abby explains the group performance and what it is about.
Portraying these tragic characters. Kalani is portraying a heroin addict. Bryn is some type of eating disorder. Kendall's the schizophrenic. Nia is in a gang. And Cameron is a lady of the evening. And as the routine goes on, each character passes on. I want people to see these girls can act. They can handle heavier material.
After the wild, emotional roller coaster, it's time to announce the winners. We all know that this would make or break the great Abby Lee. Now, for the group championship, the award for overall winner goes to.
ALDC goes down in history as winning nationals. At the beginning of the season, I didn't even know if those girls would even dance for the ALDC ever again. They came back to me, and I'm glad because these kids are incredible. They are my life.